Hey, are you an introvert who loves dogs? If that's you, I bet you have a friend like that too, right? Well, here's my only ask. Send this episode to them. Simply copy and paste the episode link in a text to them and ask them to help Charlie and Thor grow their show. If the boys haven't told you yet, they say a big thank you. My dogs are my kids. Why does that sentence garner so many looks of pity and major eye rolls as soon as you turn your back? It's 2024, and yet men and women who don't have a human kid by their side are still questioned, labeled, and found wanting by a society that doesn't value non-traditional parenting methods. So let's just imagine for a second that there's an incredibly legitimate reason that a person doesn't have a child by their side. Let's take women as an example. Perhaps she was born sterile. Maybe she was raped and chose to have an abortion. Maybe like me, she desperately wanted a child but suffered from infertility. Or perhaps the worst crime of all, she never wanted kids at all. In any case, the decision to have or not have kids, as well as to treat your dogs as your children, is strictly a personal one and nobody else's business, contrary to popular belief. As a proud dog mom, I've faced my share of judgment and criticism on this topic over the years. Many people simply don't understand or refuse to believe that being a pet parent is just as rewarding and fulfilling as being a human parent. But in a society that places more value on traditional forms of parenting, it can be challenging to navigate your role as a pet parent. From people who say that dogs aren't even pets, yes, I just had someone comment on a YouTube video of that exact statement recently, to having to explain why I still choke up every time someone mentions my dog Odin that I lost years ago. The endless scrutiny can be exhausting. And good luck trying to explain to someone who has kids that being a dog mom or dad isn't actually that different than being a human parent. We are still ultimately responsible for this living creature that we brought into our lives. We still have to provide love, care, and financial support to something that depends on us for literally everything. We still have to make sacrifices, putting the dog's needs above our own, as well as cherishing every moment that we have together. For context, my dogs always get fed first before my husband and I eat. They get healthier meals than we make for ourselves. That's on us. And they get the best care that we can afford if something isn't right. Heck, they even get regular trips to the salon and the chiropractor. I honestly have no idea the last time I went to either of those. Despite the challenges, I wouldn't trade my role as a dog mom for anything. Just like human children, my dogs bring me joy, laughter, and a sense of fulfillment, as well as unconditional love to both my husband and I. They provide us with constant companionship and keep us active even on the days that we don't feel like it. And our bond with our dogs is just as strong and meaningful as the bond that many parents have with their human children. But being a dog parent inside my house is much different than having to stand up for myself outside of it. So on this episode, I wanted to give you 5 ways that have helped me to go off leash and overcome my own mindset limitations surrounding the feeling of just not fitting in. So number 1 is find your tribe. Create a network of other people who are also childless or child-free, but who have dogs. This can provide you with a sense of community and understanding from people that you know get it. The old adage of you're the product of the 5 people that you surround yourself with is true for a reason. So find people that you want to be around. And you can do this in a lot of different ways. Sure, there's social media and online forums, but you can also start by visiting your community dog park. And if you don't have one, then figure out who to talk to get one started. You can also consider building your own online resources if the groups that you see just aren't quite cutting it for you. And advertise it by any means necessary. Your people will find you and they will come. Number 2 is to set boundaries. No one deserves to be bullied for how they choose to live or what they believe in. Setting boundaries with others who may not understand or respect your situation, even if that's family, is crucial to finding personal contentment with your dog parenting lifestyle. It can feel harsh and lonely for a bit, but if you then set about working to find your people and your tribe, as we just talked about, trust me, it'll be so worth it. Number 3 is to find different ways to connect on a deeper level with your dog. So whether that's through training, playtime, dog-centered vacations, or simply taking some more solo walks to be present with them, this extra quality time can really help to develop and strengthen the bond between you two. And it can bring an immense sense of joy and fulfillment to your life. Number 4, make time for self-care. Not sure about the men that are listening to this, but I can definitely say that we as women struggle with self-care. Prioritize your own well-being. Here's a hint, it's not selfish. Taking care of yourself is essential to properly care for everyone around you, including your dogs. Maybe this self-care time involves a dog, maybe it doesn't. Either way, setting aside just even 15 minutes a day of me time can go a long way to putting you in the mindset that your life is exactly as it should be, and no one is going to make you feel any sort of way about it. And number 5, embrace the perks. Want to sit in silence and read a book before going to bed? Great. Need to put your dog in the crate for a bit to go run an errand? Done. Every choice in lifestyle has its pros and cons, but by focusing on all the positive ways that dogs can enhance your lifestyle and allow you more freedom than having children, the better. So to end this episode, I always refer back to the saying, don't let anybody make you feel inferior without your consent. And while I've never been able to trace this quote back to its original maker, as a childless dog mom, it's always hit a little extra for me. If someone is making you feel uncomfortable because you're not part of the mom or dad club, that's on them. You don't have to set yourself on fire just to save someone else. There's a whole community of us out there who would welcome you with open arms and paws. So embrace the hair-covered clothes, get yourself a "My dog is smarter than your honor student" bumper sticker, and live life on your own terms. And don't forget, dogs are the best. Catch you in the next episode. Want more dog content sent straight to your inbox every week? Sign up for my email newsletter. No spam, I promise. That's not even good enough for the dogs. Simply head to my website, www.beautyandtheburners.com, or if you're watching this on YouTube, just click the link in the video description below. Fill in your information, and that's it. Super easy. Can't wait to welcome you to the pack.